Hey everybody, this is the Drowning in Pools podcast. I'm Cameron Snowden, also known as I Press the Buttons, and with me today we have Derek,
Came in second.
and then we have Deshaun.
Mr. Urban Buddha at your service.
Yeah. So how's your guys' week's been going?
It's been alright. I didn't get a lot of games in. I mostly played Enter the Gungeon. I'm starting to get back into that.
Oh, that's a good game. I was thought about playing it. I played it once.
The recent update with the Dragons and Gungeons expansion has made that shit kind of crazy hard, but it's also way more fun. Gotcha. There's a lot more little quality of life, little things that they put into it. Like instead of just leaving health on the ground, you can pick it up and save it for later, which is nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's little stuff like that, and but it's still fun. It's still got a lot of personality. It's still
So it's ramped up the difficulty, but it's give you ways. It's kind of like Tetris when you got the holding block.
Yeah. Like it feels it's definitely harder, but it's not you don't really notice it until you get later on. Because then you're like, oh, I see. Like the enemies have different patterns and stuff. Like there are some enemies, like one of the heavier enemies, one of the bigger enemies can now attack like through walls.
Oh wow!
It's stuff like that where I'm like, this shit's way harder, but it's way more fun at the same time. Mm-hmm. So, besides that, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say at a certain level, once you get good enough at those kind of games, you just have to ramp it up because it just gets boring after a little while.
Besides that, I watched the Fire Festival documentary on Netflix. Yeah, that shit's kind of crazy. But I mean, it's like typical dude who thought he could make it work by scamming everybody.
Because I was gonna say, make it work. I was gonna say, minus the scheming part, it's not a bad idea.
And like, and when they were talking about, like, they said they had an app that basically cut out the middleman, let you book, celebrities or whatever for your event or whatever. Which that's a really good idea, but they just went about it all wrong and trying to do this little festival to kind of jumpstart everything. It was crazy. I mean, people were just the dude who's running everything would just leave and come back with money, but it would never be enough, and they were kind of stretching. They were promising all this big shit that they couldn't deliver on. They were promising like nice ass hotel rooms and food and all that shit, but they got like emergency tents that they would use during a hurricane or a typhoon or whatever, a storm.
I was gonna say, does that island even have a hotel on it?
Well, the one they eventually got moved to did. They were originally on an island formerly owned by oh shit, who is it? I can't remember now. Some drug lord. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah, and then they bought it from him.
Yeah, because they kept saying they weren't supposed to use his name at all. Yeah. But in all the advertisement for it, they kept saying his name. They kept saying the island formerly owned by this dude. So his lawyer showed up and I think Pablo Escobar. It's his island.
Yep, that's what it was.
So his lawyer showed up and was like, you gotta leave. And they kicked him off. Yeah. But then they ended up having to find a new island. But the craziest thing that happened in it is probably the like suck a dick story where the guy was gonna suck this he was gonna suck this dude's dick who was like he was the what is it fucking called? Customs. He was the dude in charge of customs, and they couldn't get the water through because they didn't pay to get the water a bunch of water they needed through on this truck, so they called their I think he was like their financial manager or whatever, but they called him and he was gay or whatever, so they're like, hey, you're our strong gay leader, right, or whatever. So they basically asked him, hey, you want to take one for the team? We need you to suck this guy's dick to get this water through. And the dude went totally prepared to do it, and the customs dude was like, nah, just make sure I'm the first one paid when this all finishes.
He's just like, look, man, calm down.
Yeah, he's like, get off your knees, close your mouth, like, stop fucking with my belt, just make sure I get paid.
That's all I need. Just needs a little bit of money at the very least.
But that's about it. I didn't really do much else. Just hung around, watched bullshit.
Nice little normal week.
Yeah.
What about you, Derek?
I mostly just worked, honestly. Yeah. I hung out with some friends for a little bit, went to the parks, and played a lot of Dragon Ball. I'm like relatively close to ranking up to Super Saiyan 3, I think.
I haven't touched Dragon Ball in a while.
It's because you keep beating my ass at it.
Well, it's not even that. We're about even. And then you go away and start training some more, and then I come back and I'm like, oh, I guess I have to put some lab time in. And then I come up with one like mix up, and you're like, oh fuck, what do I do?
Dude, the fucking lab rats on ladder just piss me off. Oh my god. Anyway, and then been playing a little bit of Kingdom Hearts, and so far it's been going pretty good. Mm-hmm. And been theory crafting some new builds for League, and that's basically been my week, I think.
So, what team are you using in Dragon Ball right now?
Videl, Bardock, and who's my anchor? Goku Black.
Okay.
Yeah. So it hasn't changed, I think, since last week.
Okay.
But
how you liking Videl?
Oh my god, she's so good. I mean, I'm not good at her, but she's so good. She's really fun, and that's all I can really ask for.
So you didn't want to use the super interesting and cool Jiren as your anchor?
Is he a good anchor? I don't think he is.
I don't know. I don't think he's good at really anything. But from what I'm saying, he's kind of boring to play as. He doesn't really have much going on.
Yeah, but he's also insanely strong.
Yeah, his power level is the highest.
I was gonna say, don't you know what his whole character is? He is the strong one.
Yeah.
No, I mean in game, he's legitimately strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I played him for a little bit, but Videl is just so cute that and all of her stuff with Gohan, where she they give thumbs up at the end of their moves. I'm just I need that on my team.
Yeah, they seem way more interesting to play since they actually have character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Azuma drop or Azuma kick. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Have you seen the combos that you can get off the fucking level 1 with her in the corner? Where you can Gohan them back down into a Dragon Rush for another sliding into another level 1?
Yep.
It's so dumb.
It's wonderful. Hey, you know what?
That shit was day one, I think. People were already fucking whipping shit out like that. Full life combos.
Yep. It's ridiculous. I love it. Absolutely love it. See, the funny thing is that they nerfed a bunch of characters that can do level 1 into level 1.
Yeah.
But,
and then they introduced one.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, they got rid of Goku's level 1 into level 1 now scales ridiculously. And a couple other characters. But Yamcha still has his level 1 to level 3. That doesn't scale at all.
Well, to be fair, they did say level 1 to level 1 specifically.
Yeah. But it's just apparently Yamcha's getting picked up by a lot of pros.
Yeah.
Because
for being the weakest human, he's certainly top tier.
Yeah.
They have to make up for it somewhere.
No kidding. So, Kaz, how was your week?
My week, it was pretty good. I did a bit of streaming. I been working on a bunch of D&D stuff. Been working on a new system for a tabletop game. What else have I've done quite a bit. Been playing some games. Haven't played Catherine yet. I really want to get into that. I just haven't had time to do that.
Is that $30 on Steam?
I think so.
Okay. Time to put it on my wish list and wait for it to go down to 5.
It's a fun game. I love Catherine. Catherine's one of my favorite PS3 games.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't many that I enjoyed.
For PS3?
Yeah. Because I didn't get a PS3 until 3 years into its life cycle.
Oh, well.
Same.
Still.
So all I played was Final Fantasy 13, Demon Souls, Assassin's Creed, and
so basically a bunch of trash. Is what you're saying?
Well, I mean, Demon Souls isn't trash.
Yo, Assassin's Creed 1 is the shiz.
Assassin's Creed 1 is the shit.
Well, it's all right.
I love that game.
It's
bad, but I love it.
It's the first one. I won't say it's bad. It's the first one in a line where there are way better games.
All I want to say is that Altair as a character is probably one of my favorite out of the Assassin's Creed peoples.
Yeah, it's bad. It doesn't fucking matter at all anymore.
Yeah, I know. I was so that was the dumbest shit ever. As soon as the second one came out, I was just like, oh, I don't get to play Altair anymore. that sucks.
Gotta play Revelations, man.
They basically dropped that whole story. Like, I don't even know what the fuck Assassin's Creed is even about now. Because the Templars and Assassins are all good guys and bad guys now. Like, it's not just one side's good, one side's bad.
That whole story is almost as confusing as Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, almost.
It's not quite there.
Yeah.
Not quite. But it's up there.
Yeah, at least Assassin's Creed has, like, actual history to,
tie
work
it
off
down.
of.
Oh, man. The whole Kingdom Hearts story. I love talking to people about it now since I've watched 5 hours of backstory because I can make sense of it, kind of.
It's nonsensical.
I literally want to make stickers that say some shit happened with the Kingdom Hearts logo for the eye. And I want to sell those just so I could be like, here, put that somewhere.
Some shit happened.
Some shit
happened. New merch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit happens.
Anytime something happens in League where you don't know how you live, some shit happened. But yeah, so I've just been working on a lot of like small projects lately.
Mm-hmm. You released a couple of videos too, right?
I did release a couple of videos.
Hell yeah.
There's one more in the works right now, which is gonna be pretty fun. Yeah. So that'll be coming out probably next week sometime.
Mm-hmm. Dude, my problem with videos is that like I have so many ideas where I want to talk about stuff, I want to rant about stuff, and then I realize that like I'm nowhere near qualified enough to talk about that.
Yeah,
and so it's just like I want to do it, but like at the same time I'm like my dislike bar is already like 90% of the thing, and so it's like, do I really want to release another video for that?
So like this is what I have to tell you for that kind of situation. When you put out videos like that, they're going to be shit, but they can only get better. They only get better if you try to make them. So you just got to do it.
Yeah.
As you like do it more, you're gonna learn that like it's not about jumping into it and getting it done. Like that's starting it is the easy part, but then you're gonna start to realize like, oh, I gotta put this in, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. That's the difficult stuff, but it's also like the fun stuff to do.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that you'll get better at it. Or let me rephrase it. You'll get more efficient at doing it. Yeah. So like the first time you do it, it might take you 13 hours to edit the whole video. The next time you make it, it's only going to take you about 10 hours because all the hangups that you had from the first one, you've solved. But then there's going to be something else because you're like, oh, but I want to actually add this joke in because this would make it so much funnier. And then you have to learn how to do all that kind of stuff and the small edits there. And the next time you do it, it's only going to take you 8 hours. And it's probably going to stay about 8 hours from there on out, but it also depends on what kind of video you're doing. I have a couple rants videos that I want to do about shit talking and about why people are bad at fighting games. But those I'm still working on the scripts for. So
I can answer you that second one because they're fucking hard.
Well, it's really not that hard though. They're not.
I mean, some fighting games are hard.
Yeah, some fighting games like Melty Blood. Melty Blood's a hard game.
I mean, Dragon Ball FighterZ is pretty beginner friendly.
The
more advanced stuff is like not, but
Yeah, I was gonna say like with Dragon Ball FighterZ,
you just want to jump in as Goku and Vegeta and just shoot energy beams at each other. You got that's the game to do it.
Yeah. I was going to say, with Dragon Ball FighterZ, there's no, like, one-frame dash cancels or anything like that. You don't have to worry about any of that kind of bullshit.
Right.
So.
That's what I'm saying, man. Fighting games are hard.
I mean...
I think any game where you can have a human opponent is inherently difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I'll accept that answer.
It depends on the quality of the opponent, but yeah. Because you might just have someone who's ass, and you just crush them in 2 seconds and think, well, that was easy. This game shouldn't be too hard. And then you face a guy who just demolishes you in 1 second, and you're like, this game is too hard. Now I don't want to play it.
Or like force Kaz to use 1% of his power.
Yeah. I had to flex my pinky. How dare you force me to try?
That's how you felt when I played Marvel with you.
I mean,
yeah, that's fucking annoying playing Marvel with you.
Like the worst part about it is that I know I'm ass, but then when I play everyone else who actually doesn't know how the game works, it's just like, oh, right, I'm not as bad as I think I am.
I literally put the controller down at one point and just let
Yeah.
you do stuff because I
Yeah,
was like,
I know.
look at this. I don't even have to fucking. I can go get a drink and the combo will still be going on.
Yeah.
All the lights will still be happening and all the combos and supers will still be happening. I'm gonna go make me a fucking pizza. I'll be back.
I love that game.
We know. Speaking of loving stuff, what's the topic for this week?
The topic of this week is our childhood games and our first fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
So games we played as a kid and our first fighting game.
Yeah, my first one's pretty easy too.
Yeah, I know. So let's go ahead and get the easy ones out of the way. Derek, what's your first fighting game?
Yeah.
My first fighting game ever was the original Budokai.
There you
Oh,
go.
nice.
Yeah.
I used to own up till.
Tenkaichi.
Yeah, I think I had 3. I had Budokai 1 and 2, and then I had all 3 Tenkaichi games or
Okay.
the 4.
See, I was
There's
kind of the opposite. I had 1, 2, and 3, and
Mhm.
3 was the reason I got my PlayStation 2 originally,
Mhm.
You say.
and then I got Tenkaichi 3, and I didn't touch the other 2 Budokais or Budokai
I think-
Tenkaichis.
I think Tenkaichi 3 is like it's either Tenkaichi 2 or 3 that's like the really good one of those games, but the rest of them, like the other Tenkaichi Budokai games, are like, here's every single character in the fucking franchise. plays
Every
them.
single character.
Here's that weird rabbit Goku fucking sent to the moon, or here's a third Kid Goku. People complain about all the Gokus in Fighters, but there are like 1,000 good different Gokus in fucking the Tenkaichi Budokai games.
Did this guy get 1 frame of screen time?
Oh my
Put
god!
'em
Yeah,
in the
right.
game.
Yeah.
I mean, in 3 they had the Frieza Force soldiers, or like
Yep.
the
like,
the blue dude that Krillin kills on Namek.
Apul, yeah.
No, it's like he didn't even
randos.
have a name. He was literally Frieza soldier, and it's like, what? Why are you?
Why? Why is he here? Why do I get to play a grunt? That should not be a thing.
But then,
You know what,
those games also had like great ape forms for Raditz and Nappa and all that shit. So they would do stuff like that too, where they're like, these guys never turned into this in series, but here's a form for them.
I mean, on top of that, the combo system was actually interesting. Like, you could combo into Super by doing a specific combo. It's not like, all right, just put in the input. You could just put in the input for a Super, or you could do the combo for it.
Yeah, that was more the original Budokai games. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that was like my first. I guess that was like my first like quote unquote fighting game. Yeah.
But yeah, so Budokai was always fun. That was, I think, my 4th fighting game at the time.
Oh shit! Now I think about it, my first fighting game actually isn't the first fighting game I'm thinking of, but it is a Dragon Ball game though, so it is appropriate. But,
what was yours?
Dragon Ball Ultimate Battle 22.
Dragon Ball Ultimate Battle 22. Okay.
It's 22 because there are 22 characters, but I think they actually added a 23rd character.
Well, then what the shit?
Yeah, but it was really, really super bad. It was horrible, but it was one of the first fighting games I ever played. But it was literally just 2D. It was like 2D JPEGs that would, at like 1 frame at a time, just punch and kick and shoot generic energy blasts and shit. But it was the first time I ever saw like Gogeta and stuff like that, which was weird.
Okay. See, I want to say my first fighting game was probably Mortal Kombat for the 64.
You in Mortal Kombat? That's weird.
Mortal Kombat for the 64, I believe, is my first fighting game.
Damn.
And,
You even like Mortal Kombat?
no,
I didn't think so.
but as my first, like, I like Mortal Kombat 64. I absolutely love that game.
Yeah, well.
But that's because I could play Johnny Cage, crouch and press 1 button, do an uppercut, and 25% of the time the screen would go whoopsie. So that was all I cared about, was this little head that came out and made a funny noise.
God damn it, cuss.
So like I'd either play Johnny Cage or Wukong, or not Wukong, Liu Kang.
Wukong. Yeah, I would say Wukong. The fucking Journey to the West or whatever guy.
Not
You
that
mean
guy.
Goku?
Yeah.
No.
Are you son Wukong? That's me. Yeah.
Roll with it.
Yes, roll with it. But I think it was Liu Kang, right? Red guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liu Kang's the main character.
Yeah,
The strongest in the Mortal Kombat universe.
I'd play him just so I could do the bicycle kicks across the screen. So those, like, very, very stupid basic things that I like doing in that game. But yeah, I was a child. Calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for as far as like the real fighting game that I actually got into fighting games with, it was Tekken 3.
Yep, same.
Which is a lot of people had that too. Just because it was like the greatest selling fighting game of all time.
The main reason.
Christ.
What?
Like you'll see it when you put together the podcast, but like they just decided to start like construction on a new building right outside my window.
Oh God. All right, but yeah. No, my favorite thing about Tekken wasn't the fact that because I was bad at it. I was really bad at it, but I could play Eddie Goro and breakdance at the time.
All you fucking noobs played Eddie Gordo and ruined everybody's day.
Everyone played Eddie Goro and ruined.
But I have to thank guys like you because it forced everybody else to learn how to beat Eddie Gordo.
Eddie Goro, yeah.
Now everybody who's worth their shit could just crush him in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, so like I played Eddie Goro, I played Law and Paul. I played Law.
He played all the broken characters that did the most damage.
Well, no. To be fair, I like Law because he is martial arts dude, and I love martial arts stuff.
Oh, he's a martial arts guy in this game full of martial artists?
Yeah, but he's Bruce Lee. So, calm down. So it was that
because Taekwondo is a martial art and kickboxing.
Well, okay, let me rephrase that then. Sorry. It is the martial artist.
He's just Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
he's just Bruce Lee is what you like.
He was the martial artist that I saw on TV. Yeah. Okay?
He's Bruce Yu.
And then I also like Paul because he was just big. His hair was huge, and I love that shit. It was just funny to look at, and he could do the one punch.
Nice.
I remember, the that Phoenix Punch, whatever it's called. It's like the
disgusting
biggest thing.
Damage.
It's like in Tekken 3, it was like the thing everybody was trying to do all the time. They would just pick Paul and just charge it up, charge it up every single time.
There's no reason not to.
No regard for what's going on.
And there's no reason not to until there's a reason not to.
Yeah.
Which was often because my brother did a 12-hit, or was it 14-hit combo or something like that? Because what he did...
I mean, once you know what a sidestep is, it's really not a problem.
But like he would... Well, the thing is he would do a combo that changed into the 11-hit combo or 10-hit combo with what's the main character's name? Man, I'm bad with names. Jin.
Or Kazuya, depending on what...
Yeah, so it was Jin, and what he did was he would do a shorter combo that launched you into the air, and then you could connect the 10-hit combo off of it. So that would do, I think, 70% of your HP?
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, I can spin around and hopefully kill him with Eddie Goro.
Fucking Tekken.
This game. Fucking Tekken. Tekken's the best. Tekken is like the best fighting game. I don't know why people don't understand. You can basically throw out every other fighting game in existence. You can still have Tekken and still have it be awesome. So.
Does Tekken 7 is the one with Noxus, right? Or not Noxus.
Noctis.
Noctis. Yeah.
He was in the he was like the second or third DLC or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he's broken as fuck. He just teleports across the screen. He just throws a sword and teleports across the screen and has all kinds of bullshit.
He is pretty good.
He's fun to play as, but he's horrible to play against.
I was gonna say annoying to deal with. Not the best character in the game, but he's up there.
Yeah.
Well, I should say, like at a pro level, it doesn't matter. At our level, he's probably pretty broken.
Yeah, I'm sure top guys have been like, knock this, more like nobody. And they just beat him in 2 seconds.
They're like, oh, just sidestep all of his attacks.
Sidestep, block, sidestep.
Just Korean wave dash for fine.
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, Tekken I never really got into because I just got my ass beat and I didn't understand the combo structure. You know what's funny? I didn't understand Tekken's combo structure until Tekken 7.
Really? Jesus.
Yeah, it took me that long.
Tekken does have like some obtuse ass combos, so.
Well,
they're like, but they're mostly combo strings a lot of time.
Yeah, I was gonna say
not just one single combo.
I believe the proper term for Tekken's combo system is a dial system.
Is that what it's called? Never heard that.
I believe that's what it's called. What it is,
I believe it.
You dial in the phone number. Basically, you just go, all right, so this combo
sense.
string into this combo string into this combo string. Then it drops there, and then you reset here.
So. Just like going on the phone.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Call somebody, and then 20 seconds in, God damn it, AT&T.
Right. Yeah.
But I believe Tekken is dial system. I know Street Fighter is a link system, and I know Marvel is a chain system.
Spam until something happens system.
Yeah. Sure.
God, I hate Marvel. But that's your fault, Cameron.
Yeah, that is my fault. Well, actually,
that other one, what's it called? Not SNK versus Capcom. What's the other thing called? The one that has the one that has the Gotchaman in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. But I like that game better. But
because I don't know how to play that game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, you actually got to play that game. Oh man, it's bad. I should stop introducing people to games that actually already know how to play.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, it's fine as long as you don't use our faces instead of a mop.
Well, right, yeah. As long as you aren't sitting there with your top tier team that you put 3,000 hours into.
Yeah, I was gonna say the issue is that at the time I had self-image issues where I needed someone to make me look good.
Jeez.
Because my brother beat my ass all the time in everything I played. There was not one single video game that I could beat my brother in other than Pokemon Puzzle League.
Look, don't blame your brother because you were trash at video games for a long time.
I mean...
Yeah, some of us don't have brothers and are still trash at video games.
Right.
Fucker.
See, there you go. Some of us don't have that excuse.
You know what? To be fair, I'm not trash at video games. Mm-hmm. I'm just more trash than my brother, which is a problem.
Well, you know what? Take it up with you. Take it up with your brother. Have your brother fucking, you know.
I was gonna say if I was trash at video games, I wouldn't be beating someone's ass so bad that they don't want to play a game.
I mean, you could be bad at a video game, but if you put in one more hour than the other person, you'll probably still beat them. Especially if the other person is 0 hours.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's debatable.
Certainly depends on the person.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because some people are just intuitive to it. Yeah. They know that Marvel, you just gotta press all the buttons and wait till something happens.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question. Did you guys ever play the Haunted Mansion game, like way back in the day?
Haunted Mansion. It sounds familiar. I don't think so.
Okay,
it
was
Capcom
like
game, is it?
I don't think so. I can look it up right now. But like, there was a game released. Oh god, I want to say 2003. Yeah, it was.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Oh wow, like solid 7 out of 10. It was released by High Voltage Software and Take-Two Licensing, and it was this. I mean, for a kid, it was a really fucking creepy game.
Haunted Mansion, the video game TDK? For the GameCube?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if it was on the GameCube.
Well, it was also on PS3, or PS2, and
yeah.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did not play this.
But oh my god, dude, that game scared the ever-loving shit out of me.
I want to say I did play this.
I feel like I've heard of this, but I've never played it.
Yeah, my dad and I used to play that. That game I probably beat like 20 times because it was one of the few games that I actually could beat. But at the end of the game, so like to ramp shit up to make shit harder, instead of making the AI better, there's just these Reapers at the end of the game that will literally half shot you, and they're around like every corner. And the only way to deal with them is to charge up your weapon because it can like be charged, and like walk around in this super slow like I'm shitting my pants waddle with the charged weapon and just like try to kill them. It was a really fun game. I have a copy I think here, but like my roommate gets sick watching it, so I haven't played it through. But I'm realizing this game was very shitty.
It?
He has like motion sickness.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say like that game probably is not fluid.
Yeah. So anyway, it was I was going back to like first games. Like that was the first game I really played, and really got into. Other than like the NBA games, which I used to play with my dad when he was still around.
Oh, before he went out for cigarettes.
My dad works like all across the country, so after a certain point in my life, he was just like, he was home for like 4 days a month, and that was it.
Jeez,
that's rough.
Real shit right there.
Yeah, I know how that goes. My dad was in the military, so he would leave for long periods of time.
But for like kid games, I think the very first video game I ever played was Pokemon Red on the GB Color. And then it was every Pokemon game after that, and then Golden Sun, which I talk about all the fucking time nonstop.
All the time. It's okay.
And Mega Man Battle Network.
That's a good one.
The Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush of Destruction, Sacred Cards, which I talked about, which were garbage.
You know which one wasn't? We already talked about it. Don't worry about it.
Was it that Capsule PS1. Monsters one or whatever the fuck?
No, the one for the PS1. It was the original.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Konami.
Yeah, Konami. Back when they were doing good stuff.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, mostly I just put my time into like Golden Sun, those Mega Man Battle Network games. Those Mega Man Battle Network games were underrated, and I think people who haven't played them should really check them out.
They should. I think those games were fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Trying to see what my first video game that I
definitely
played
better than Mega Man Legends.
That I actually remember playing is probably Diddy Kong Racing. Like basically all my 64 games that I remember. So I played a bunch of Diddy Kong Racing, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Puzzle League, Smash Brothers when we could, because we didn't have it. We had to borrow it, which we did probably once a month. Mortal Kombat, and then moving over to the Dreamcast like a couple years later. Man, I played the shit out of the virtual tennis. I played the shit out of that game. I had so much fun with that game. They had
a ping pong.
They had the break the targets mode in that game.
Like in Smash?
Yeah. They had so many mini game modes in that game. There was like break the targets. There was like hit specific spots on the court. There was like just time modes, wall modes, big ball mode. Like it was just the game was awesome.
Any day with bees, big ball mode.
Yeah.
Yo, Cameron likes those big ball modes.
Oh, man. Big balls, big head mode. Yes.
Jeez. Games that don't have big head mode are really missing out. Like they should have put big head mode in like Last of Us and.
Dude, I would take big head mode in fucking Dragon Ball Fighters. Not even the hitbox change, just
a giant head mode. Yeah,
big head mode in Last of Us would be amazing.
They should put big head mode in like all games that are meant to be super serious, but just to have like a super dumb thing in it.
Like Tofu.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like
Tofu Survivor.
Tofu's the shit. I think they have a.
I only know about Tofu secondhand because I don't play scary games.
Actually, one of them.
I really actually wanted to pick up the Resident Evil 2 remake, but I had the Resident Evil 1 remake on my PlayStation, and like I just haven't touched it.
So the difference between
I think the 2 remake might be legit worth it because it looks like a whole new game basically.
They should probably have a new phrase for that because man, that's a whole different level of remake.
It's like a remaster, right?
It's a little more than a remaster or a remake. It's like
it's almost a whole new game. Like all the AI has been like upgraded to shit. They changed they didn't really change the level layout, but they changed the just the feel, like the entire like. I can't say it because this is just secondhand knowledge from what I've been hearing about it. Because I don't.
I know they expanded some. I know they expanded the sewer levels a little bit. Like the voice acting is different. Just the little details and all. Every room is different.
Oh, great! Just what I wanted. More fucking sewers in my games.
Well, I mean,
do you remember there was a time in the 2000s when every single fucking game and its mother had a sewer level?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, Jesus Christ, dude!
Like what is it? It's like having a water. It's like having a water level in every RPG game.
That's because the Ninja Turtles were huge back then. So you gotta incorporate them somehow.
It was like it just didn't make sense for most games, you know. Like I see it for like Resident Evil, where it's like, okay, we gotta go through the sewers because the streets are fucked. But it's like, fuck, dude. Like there was one in fucking Dead Island. Like,
why would you have a sewer?
There was this, like, it's at the beginning of Riptide too, or not Riptide, whatever the expansion was for the first game. Because that was like the only one I played, and it was like that's the very first shit. Is like you go from the rooftops, and it's like, okay, I guess we're going into sewers now. It's like fuck.
That makes me think that Cooking Mama needs to have a sewer level now.
What can we find down here? Rats and a used condom. Let's go.
Dirty needles.
Oh my god. Have you guys? Okay, wait. Do you guys play Left 4 Dead 2 at all?
Yeah.
Nope.
That's
Okay.
my shit.
Do you have it on PC?
I don't know. I had on, I think, Xbox back when I had one, which I don't know.
Well, if you ever get it on PC, there's a mod called Journey to Splash Mountain.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Download the fuck out of that.
Jeez, that's funny.
You run through Disneyland, and it's like a good recreation of Disneyland.
That's pretty great.
It's fantastic. But guess where you go? In the fucking sewers.
Of course. You got to. Sewers are like a staple of levels now.
Especially in zombie games.
Yeah,
especially in zombie games.
Any game that's supposed to be creepy or disgusting is going to have a sewer level. Because what's
in
creepier...
fucking Dark Souls 3, there's a sewer level where
all the Dark Souls have a goddamn sewer level.
True, but Dark Souls 3 is literally like you're picking up literal balls of shit off the enemies when you kill them, so...
You know what? Bloodborne has a pretty good sewer area.
Bloodborne's a pretty good everything area.
Yeah, that's true.
Admittedly, the sewers in Bloodborne are much more open than a lot of the other sewer levels. Like, they're not enclosed. It's just shitty.
They're not really. They're almost more just like lower floors, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Not really sewer levels.
Now, Demon Souls, its sewer level is the worst.
Yeah.
The worst. Because it is instead of like an actual like legitimate sewer, it's more just a toxic pit that you walk around.
Yeah. That's annoying as fuck.
It is the worst.
Yeah.
You know in Dark Souls 3 where there's the area that you can...
The poison swamp or whatever?
Yeah, where you slowly move and it eats your health. It's basically that, except you can run. However, the land is so far away, you might as well be moving slowly. On top of that, while running towards your next area, there's sludge monsters that try to attack you.
Yeah.
Fan-fabstick.
Even fucking Miyazaki doesn't want to remake that game. He's like, it would take some serious convincing to remake that game.
He's like, his team just looks at it as a disappointment.
Yeah, because I would too.
I mean,
considering how good the Dark Souls games are now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a good game. However, you have to start somewhere.
It's DMC 1 to DMC like 3 and 4.
Yeah, like when you look back at it, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Or just like any artist who looks back at their stuff they did 5
their old
years
work,
ago.
Yeah. Like that's the reason I keep shit up on my YouTube channel. Is like I have to remember where it came from. If I keep deleting shit because I'm like embarrassed of it, then like I'm just not gonna have a channel.
I didn't delete anything. I just said a couple things private because I'm just like, ooh, that's real bad.
I mean, I'll probably just leave up all my old stuff just so people could be like, look how far he's come, or so they can go back and see how racist and sexist I was and try to get me fired from my job.
Exactly.
So you can look at my old videos. Like, he made this video 10 years ago where he said butts should be round. What an anti-flat buttist.
Oh my god. I actually wouldn't even be surprised if you did get fired for that. Shit like that is nutty. Like, I remember cutting a joke from one of my like YouTube videos for League, where it was just like, it was so out of the blue stupid. Because like it was like we were talking about something and we were like complaining about something in the game, and I'm just like, they're like, god damn it. I'm like, I don't know, blame the Jews. And like that was like it didn't come from like a place of like, oh fuck, I hate Jews or anything like that. It was just like, it seemed like the thing to say.
Yeah,
but I ended up cutting it because
like
it was like, it was you know, like I ended up cutting it though because it was like it not only was it not consistent with like who I was, but it was just like, was that a little bit too far? That might have been a little bit too far. And like nowadays I look back at some of the shit that I said back in the day, which thank God I talked about mostly about the game, like back in the day, you know. But it's like, I'm sure there's some shit on my channel or my other channel that luckily has been buried in the YouTube, like no one can see it. Like that someone's gonna pull some shit up or like on a live stream, whatever. Because like I've said the word like faggot before on live stream or like some other shit like that, and so it's just like, I'm sure somebody's gonna pull it up and show Disney and gonna be like, hey, you see what this guy did? And it's like taken completely out of context of what I was saying.
That's usually what it always is. It's just stuff taken out of context that usually against you.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not looking forward to that. Like I'm hoping at some point I'll get big enough to where it's like I'm my own employer and they go like, you said this. I'm like, yeah, so what?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I stand by it. Fuck the Eskimos.
Like, I mean, like,
God damn it.
For me, I'm just like, if it's middle school humor, you're gonna say some dark shit. It's gonna happen. It shouldn't affect, like, I feel like people should understand that a joke is a joke and not get like super hurt about it. I mean,
yeah, I feel like people just love to be upset, and
Yeah.
rather than that, it's like they don't look at the context of the joke.
I was gonna say, like, it's okay to get triggered by something. Comedy does that. However, you have to also think, hey, it's a joke.
Right.
I mean,
the point of comedy is to like trigger people, and if you're not getting people in some way, then your comedy probably sucks.
yeah, because it's
You're
not
probably just boring.
it's not touching anybody. It's not being emotional. Everyone's just like, oh, hey, yeah, he said that, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I remember last week my brother said something about my cousin.
Well, it's like racist humor, right? Like at some point, it is trying to be meaning and hurtful, but like
Yeah.
you still kind of gotta poke fun at the differences between us, you know. And if not, then you're losing what makes us different and what makes us special.
Hey, black people got big lips.
Big
Or it's like, you know,
noses.
fucking white people love mayonnaise. Like it's
Yeah.
shit like that where it's like it may not be factually
really loud
true,
Italian
but
people.
yeah, you know, it may not be factually true, but like you poke fun at a stereotype because like
Stereotypes are
it's
funny.
what makes us different.
See, the thing is about stereotypes is that most of them are partly true. There's some truth to them.
But they're exaggerated as fuck.
Yeah.
They are exaggerated
They're
as fuck. Because
cartoon
watermelon
caricatures
needs
of
to
what
be
people-
eaten by anyone who is black
Yeah.
and
pretty
white
much.
and
Food,
Asian.
food ones are always the weirdest to me because I'm like, who doesn't like this stuff? Some of this stuff, like,
It's like, oh, this is generally like the only one that I actually understand is the grape soda because not very many people like grape soda.
Grape
Yeah,
soda
true.
is delicious. Grape
depends
flavored
on who-
energy
where it's
drinks
from.
are fucking disgusting.
yeah, exactly.
Anything that tastes like artificial grape is disgusting. Anything that tastes like not artificial grape is fine. Because everyone knows grape flavor is artificial shit.
Yeah, it's like strawberry.
Yeah.
Love me
Like-
some strawberry
like-
soda though.
Cherry, like
Oh,
artificial
yeah.
cherry and real cherry is just
No.
so different.
Get rid of cherry. Anything flavored cherry needs to leave now.
The weird thing about cherry is that it's like so sickeningly sweet
Yeah,
that it's just like it's not even a flavor anymore. It's just like you slapped me with a
It's-
splinter.
it overtakes your mouth.
Yeah, and it like coats it.
All right, so
It's just not
hey,
okay.
what other childhood video games?
Yeah, what were you talking about? We're not talking about video games anymore.
Like what's your favorite game as a child? How about that? Let's go with that.
Golden Sun.
Oh, that one's
So-
Pokemon Coliseum, 100%.
Coliseum.
Oh, Pokemon Coliseum is the shit. I wish they'd
Oh
bring
my
it
God.
back.
My favorite game as a child is Brave Fencer Musashi.
Musashi, really?
Yeah, I fucking love that game.
Did you ever play the second one?
I played it for a little bit and I was just like, oh no.
He's got a cooler design in the second one, but
He
it kind of
does.
sucks.
I've only played the demo for it, so
Yeah.
I didn't have the money to actually get the game because
He
I bought Kingdom Hearts instead.
Yeah, well, you know what? You made the right choice.
I did make the right choice, but yeah, no, I thoroughly I didn't like the demo because the whole demo was about rescuing some bitch.
Yeah.
And
those early like PS2 like CD demos where it's like 5 or 6 games on one disc. Those,
jam packs were the.
it was
shits.
always like the worst part of the games for some reason.
Yeah,
Like, I could rarely ever think of one where it was like the most fun.
Bomberman,
Oh yeah, but that's Bomberman.
Parappa the Rappa.
And
Wasn't-
that's Parappa the Rappa, where a lot of stuff isn't different throughout the game.
Yeah,
Wasn't one of
It's not
those
the same
discs
gameplay.
like you put it in your maybe it was the Dreamcast one, but like you put it in your system and it just completely erased your memory cards?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I forgot which one that was, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I think it was like I think it might have been PlayStation, but it might have also been Dreamcast. But it was just like anyone who put the disc in, just like their memory cards gone.
yeah. If you put in
Wow.
the memory cards in, because it basically would do the thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to try to load up your data. Oh, there's no data on here. Well, let me erase it so I can make room for data.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
a
no data on here, so let's erase that data.
So I'm a jam pack disk. Oh, right, I can't make data. Oh well.
Just like
And then there goes all your data.
dude, okay, you know what? You know what has been like insane for me is the explosion of data size within the last decade. Because
Yeah.
like for
Yeah, 'cause shit
GameCube
was,
and
like, on
PlayStation,
Like
you would
12
use
megabytes or whatever. And now
Yeah,
it's
you
like
just use memory
1,000
cards.
gigs.
and now it's like Dragon Ball is like 25 gigs, and the save data is over a gig. It's like, what
Yeah.
are you doing, Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Boy, boy.
Yeah, that's why I don't really fuck with like a lot of super AAA games anymore. Like I'm probably not gonna mess with Last of Us 2 at all, or
I will watch
all
Last
those
of
games.
Us again.
right. Like some of those games are so huge that I'm like,
Like,
they're really not even worth it being so huge.
I just don't have time for them.
I do have time. I'm choosing not to play them.
I was gonna say I love these roguelike games because I just do a run. If I do good on the run, maybe, or if I do bad on the run, I'll do one more maybe. If not, I just do the 1 hour run and then we're done. Just all right, cool. All right, I put my time in the game. I'm done.
All right, yo, can I make a confession?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is gonna make me sound like a terrible gamer, but I actually I really dig My Sims for like the Wii.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah, like
there's nothing wrong with that.
no, it's just like it's a bad simple game, but like there's something so relaxing and calming about it. I just love that game. And then they gave it out like I don't understand why, but they gave it out with the Taco Bell kids meal, and so I have it. So like I have it for PC, and I've just been playing that. And it's just like
which Sim?
That's hilarious.
No, My Sims. It's like the really shitty kids one.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Never heard of it.
Yeah, they had to get they gave it out with Taco Bell shit because they had to get it to as many people as possible because they had to make their money back for this shitty game they made.
It's like Fallout 76.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad game, and I recognize that, but I love it. You know, it's just so calming.
It's adorable looking. No, it's fine. Look. You know what's bad is me 100%ing Sims Herbs.
Nice.
Wow, really?
I 100% Sims Herbs.
That fucking mega side game that
3
people
times
forgot
over.
existed.
3 times I've 100% of that game.
Why?
Because I don't know. I like games. Okay, so you know the game called Ad Capitalist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've 100% of that game too.
Jesus Christ.
My dude, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, seriously. There are other games you could be playing.
There are, yeah.
Actually, I don't get to talk. I'm playing fucking My Sims.
I was gonna say the whole thing is that I have an addiction to, okay, I can collect money and then spend it to get more money and then spend it to get more money.
Congratulations, you're addicted to the human condition.
Right? Yeah. Welcome to capitalism.
Yeah, no, that's why I love money. I have
I love money. I love
Please,
money.
can you get that as a quote? Oh my god! Actually, can you send that to me in a file, and I can make that my donation sound?
Yeah, I'll do that for you. But see, I've always had a problem with this because ever since I was a little kid, I thoroughly enjoyed money. I did a thing called Well of Joy when I was a child and made $30 in a night. So what I did was I got this old antique bathtub, filled it with water, got some plastic bags, put some candy in there, and had every kid in the cul-de-sac come and play Well of Joy, which is you pay a quarter and you try to dunk this little plastic container and pick up a piece of candy through the water. And if you lost, you got a piece of candy anyways.
That sounds like you'd have negative returns, but you know what? I'm just gonna trust you on
like
this.
for a quarter.
Okay, so you know those giant bags of candy that you can get?
Yeah.
Oh, for like $5.
For like $3 or $5, yeah. If you pay, there's like 100 pieces of candy or whatever in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you only get a quarter for each one, and your parents buy the candy for you, you get all the money back. So I did that for 2 days, and then I had 2 of my friends, because I couldn't leave the cul-de-sac. So I had 2 of my friends go as far as they could with signs saying my house with my address on it, saying "Well of Joy, come play." So
come to our house.
So
that was back in the day when you could do that, though.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I had people from all over the neighborhood coming to come play. There was a line outside my house waiting to play. I did this, and I made I think $30. I gave $5 to each of the people who ran across the area, and then I kept 20.
Jesus, that is some entrepreneurial shit, guys.
Right? Yeah. Where's
you know what I did?
Entrepreneurial spirit. Where'd that go?
It's still not gone. The only problem is that I realized there's a lot more that you have to do than just go.
Now you just focus it into Sims Herbs.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I used to do? You know what my hustle was? I used to be a runner for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So whenever somebody wanted to buy something but they couldn't get to the card store, I'd go in their place, and so I'd take like weekly whatever amounts. I would have like a list for everybody, and then like anything that they bought, I'd just mark up 10%.
Oh jeez.
Nice. That's smart.
Yeah.
And so like, I made like, I think a good like $80 doing that for like 3 weeks.
I got in trouble because I had an auction. I held an auction in my backyard, and I had 2 friends and this really gullible kid come to the auction, and I just had my friends raise the price until he said that he wanted it. So I sold a bouncy ball that was like, one of those ones that you put a quarter in, you get the bouncy ball.
Oh yeah.
I sold one of those for $10.
Oh my god, you dick!
And then my mom made me give him the money back.
Nah, man, I would let you keep that money.
My mom forced me. Because she's like, "Hey, where'd you get that money from?" I'm like, "Oh, I sold a bouncy ball for $10." She's like, "What?"
She wasn't proud of you, like.
Well, no, she's like, "Oh,
I
Cameron,
would've
that's a little expensive." I'm like, I know, I did it on purpose. And she's like,
Like you're a crafty businessman, Cameron, but I can't abide by this.
That is not the B word I would have used there.
Yeah.
You're a bastard, son.
Yeah.
You're a bastard.
You're a cheap bastard.
But yeah, so I did that. I got those ideas from watching Codename Kids Next Door, watching Ed, Ed and Eddie, and a couple other things. And I kind of put those together, and I was like, I can make money from this.
It is amazing how one kid with an idea can make a lot of money off of a bunch of kids with no ideas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Super easy. It's not hard at all.
It's just like real life, except that you need startup capital.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah.
You need about $200,000.
Yeah. That's easy to get these days.
I mean, you can get a loan for it, but the problem is if you get a loan for it and then you go under,
you gotta pay it back. Yeah.
The bank owns everything. You lost your life. Have fun with that. You fucked up for 2 years, your life is gone.
And there's just no way to like predict that shit, really. Like you could have the best idea ever, but for whatever reason, people stop eating hamburgers or whatever. Yeah. Or it's like, well, fuck.
You put your shop on the wrong corner.
Yeah, it just gets vandalized constantly.
Yep.
Or construction is just in front of it for 6 months.
Or red eyes at my fucking window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's just the issue with my mindset now is that I just know how much you can lose, and I'm just like,
not worth it.
Hey man, gotta make big risks, make big rewards.
See, like that's where I'm like, I would like to at least have half the money that I want to start up a business, because really that money is just gonna go for keeping your business afloat for the first year and a half.
Yeah, because you don't really start making money until like your second year, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unless it's like you create the next McDonald's or something.
Yeah, you have a gangbusters idea that just goes nuts, and everybody's fucking with it.
That, or like you've already done like all the research you possibly need, and you have like thousands of people all ready to jump on board.
Yeah.
Or
you just make a battle royale game in the Titanfall universe and call it something else.
Was it like Apex Predators or something like that?
Apex Legends.
That's it.
It's a terrible fucking name.
Well, people are actually saying it's not horrible, it's decent, but
the game itself, I'm talking about the name, just the name alone.
Yeah, Apex, the name is terrible and generic, and I hate it. I hate that shit.
Like, I'm all for generic and terrible names, but like that level of generic and terribleness is at a whole nother level.
We're like you had words on a dartboard and you just.
Why would you not just call it Titanfall Royale or Titanfall Battle Royale?
Because they know people fucking hate it because it's not Titanfall.
And on top of that, that's a terrible name as well.
Yeah, but at least you have the fucking franchise you're coming from.
Yeah. But
like, look at fucking Blackout.
They didn't name it that because they took out all the stuff that made Titanfall's combat fun, like the on the ground combat, and they took out the Titans. So you can't really call it Titanfall. You don't have Titans or Titanfall combat.
See, like, you know what if you want to do a Titanfall Battle Royale, what you do is you don't get your Titan until there's 25 or 30 people left.
And then you just blow shit up.
And then you can call your Titan out once you get to that level.
I'd be down for that.
Or they should just give you a fucking Titan at the beginning, and then you all just run towards the middle. Have it just be fucking fun-ass Titanfall combat.
Mech Royale.
That would be the shit. I don't know why it's not a thing yet.
That would be the shit. Like, get the people who did, what's it called? The Warriors games to make a Royale game.
Oh, yeah.
That would actually be
Fun.
really cool.
That would be cool. They'll never do it though.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Warriors Royale.
I mean, we have an
that'd be
idea here. Patent pending? Question mark.
I think that'd be a pretty cool idea.
It'd be cool, but it'll never happen.
It'll never happen. Yo, I'd be down for Samurai Warriors Royale.
They'd have to get pretty desperate first.
Yeah, they would have to get desperate first. No one's gonna make Royale games without being desperate.
They'd have to get desperate, or they'd have to get suddenly extremely money hungry, like EA is about everything.
Yeah. Yo, EA is disgusting.
Yo, can we talk about the fact that Anthem is coming out?
Yeah, fuck Anthem.
Like, I haven't seen any gameplay from it, but it's like, it's supposed to be like Destiny, but quote unquote better. But it's like,
it looks super generic.
Yeah, it's like
it's Destiny, Warframe. What was that other one that somebody mentioned?
Like,
Cocksuckers Incorporated.
I didn't think you could look more generic than Destiny.
Yeah, seriously.
Because I mean, like, Destiny has its place, but man, does it look generic.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun game to play with friends, but yeah, it looks fucking generic. And it's just like, Anthem is supposed to be quote-unquote better? How?
Yeah, it just looks like they're ripping off all these other games and just putting it into one game.
Yeah, it's like, you look even more generic.
It's like shallow versions of what they're ripping off, so it just doesn't seem good at all. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see when it comes out. By the way, I don't know if you guys do Humble Bundle, but I just got The Division by Ubisoft. The one that came out like years ago.
Oh, okay.
It's finally on Humble. It was finally Humble Bundle for last month, so I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay.
Humble Bundles are shit. I use it sometimes to get really good stuff.
Fucking, I just keep my subscription going for $12 a month, and I get like shit tons of games. It's like, well, fuck. I wanted to play that game anyway. I just didn't want to buy it at full price.
Yeah. It's totally worth it too. Plus, it lets you play like if you get something that you're like, what the fuck is this game? I don't give a shit about this, but you still play it. You try it out. You know, it's cool.
Yeah,
it is.
Nice to have.
I wish I would have got Sony Vegas when it was on Humble Bundle.
Right. It'll be there again, cause.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's too late. I already bought Filmora, so.
Oh, right.
I'm just gonna use Filmora for now.
I'll fucking I'll send it your way anyway.
Okay. I appreciate that. But yeah, no. So, yeah, I think this is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna call it a podcast.
Sure
Podcast defeated.
Podcast defeated.
You gotta have like an effect show up when you say that. There you go.
There we are. We got it. All right, Derek. Where can we find you, Mr. Fatness?
You can find me on YouTube and Twitch at Cayman2nd and at Twitter at real_CIS.
All right. And Deshaun, where can we find you?
You could find me on Twitter at Mr. Urban Buddha. You could find me on YouTube at Mr. Urban Buddha, and you could find me on Twitch as Mr. Urban Buddha.
And you can find me on Twitter at iPressTheButtons. Actually, I think it's at Cameron Snowden. I
don't know why you doxed yourself, but
yeah, that was the worst. But yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at Cameron Snowden. You can find me on Twitch at iPressTheButtons, and then you can find me at YouTube at iPress one word the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that was a podcast.
All right.
Thank you guys for watching, and remember, laugh at yourself. I'll catch you guys next time.